Hey there YouTube, Wrestling Optimus here, back with my predictions for WWE's TLC. Yes, it's everyone's favorite weapon-themed pay-per-view. It's also the last pay-per-view of the year, and after Sunday night, the overall scores in my league will reset just like the records in AEW. So, it's extra important that I go out on top. But first, if you're new here, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more pro wrestling and action figure content. Now, even though Raw and SmackDown have been trash lately, let's do some picks. First up, the New Day take on the Hurt Business for the Raw Tag Team titles. As a trio, the New Day broke just about every tag team record there is. Then, Big E got drafted over to SmackDown in this past summer's draft. Ever since then, something has seemed off between Kofi and Xavier Woods, even though they're the champs. Don't get me wrong, they basically held up the tag division for years, but that's exactly why I think it's time to pass the proverbial torch. So, I'm taking Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander to add some more gold to the Hurt Business's portfolio. Next, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax take on Asuka and a mystery partner for the women's tag team titles. Jax has spent months putting Lana through tables, and it was supposed to culminate in the Ravishing One finally getting her revenge at this table-themed pay-per-view. Then, she suffered a real-life injury and got written out of the match. So now, we have to wait for the show to find out who'll be teaming with the Empress. Luckily, I don't care. I'm taking Asuka no matter who her partner is. Even though I don't necessarily like the idea of Asuka holding two belts, Shayna and Nia work better as singles competitors. So, for their own good, WWE needs to take the straps off them. Let's get weird, as The Fiend takes on Randy Orton in a Firefly Inferno match, whatever the hell that means. Throughout 2020, Orton has lost a lot, from Edge to Drew McIntyre and even Keith Lee. Usually, he's the type of untouchable veteran who could absorb all those losses without it hurting his status. But lately, it feels like even his place on the card might be in doubt. Still, I just can't see him beating one of WWE's biggest ratings draws and merch sellers. Plus, Bray's whole character is about righting the wrongs of his past, one of the biggest being when Randy burned down the Wyatt house. So, in retaliation, and as a means of protecting the Fiend's aura, I say, let him win. Only the SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line as Sasha Banks defends against the revamped Carmella. History has proven that Sasha is more than capable of winning titles, she just has trouble holding on to them, usually losing in her first defense. Couple that with Carmella's recent character switch, which I'm hoping they did for some kind of reason, and I think it could spell doom for the boss. Even though I don't like it, I'm going with Carmella. In our first of two tables, ladders, and chairs matches, Drew McIntyre takes on AJ Styles. The Phenomenal One's whole shtick right now is his 7-foot-tall bodyguard who likes to intimidate AJ's opponents. Well, Drew McIntyre doesn't scare so easy. There's not much to say about this one. Miz and Morrison will probably get involved to make things interesting, but I think this is just here to hold us over until we get to the real title match at Royal Rumble. Therefore, I'm taking the Scottish Warrior to retain. Finally, in the likely main event, Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens also square off in a TLC match for the Universal Championship. KO is one of my favorite wrestlers, and he's done an incredible job of building up this feud by calling out Jey Uso as Roman's errand boy and being the only one willing to stand up to the tyrannical Reigns. Unfortunately, as long as Roman's playing the tribal chief, I don't think anyone's taking that title off him. He remains the head of the table after putting Owens through plenty of them. Alright, those are my picks for TLC, but let me know who you have winning in the comments down below. If the show's actually any good, and I'm feeling up to it, I'll try to do an action figure review for Monday. Otherwise, I'll be back on Thursday to review AEW. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to do all that normal YouTube stuff. Smash the like button, share with any wrestling or action figure fans you may know, subscribe to the channel, and spread the word. You can also talk to me over on Twitter at PSUOptimus, or see all my best figure photography over on Instagram at WrestlingOptimus. If you haven't seen my latest Dynamite review, you can check that out right here. But until next time, I've been Wrestling Optimus, and I'll catch you later.